Keith Juicenock, community reporter, live from the bridge again. 9th of September 2011, we're back here, Armley Prison in Leeds, where Norman Scarth will currently be appearing via video link at the Royal Courts in London.
That Norman's a very good friend of mine. I've known him since 2007.
Right.
I met him at Parliament when I was living outside Parliament, and he was going around London with a trolley.
Is that with the Brian Hall camp?
Yeah.
Wicked.
And he was going around with a trolley and had his pictures of Andy McCardle, who died in a mental health hospital when he was also incarcerated in there because he was in prison before at the age of 75.
This is Norman himself.
Yes,
sorry, yes.
Yeah.
Is this the 6-year thing?
Yeah. And he was 4 years in prison and 2 in a mental health institution, actually.
Yes, he mentions that, doesn't he?
in 2 and several prisons, because they moved him around lots in 75.
Yeah.
And that was for, well, basically he stood as an MP against Tony Blair. He hadn't. He was about to in 1991. Now, the thing with Norman is, till he was 70, he believed British justice was the best in the world. He has spent the last 15 years, a man of his age, absolutely amazing, for 15 years tenaciously keeping on talking about this corruption, because basically what he feels is that he's failed the German people who died and the British people who died for a lie, when the bankers fund both sides of every war and funded that one as well.
Absolutely.
And this man who fought for what he believed, thought he fought fascism, discovered that fascism was rife, you know, when he was 70 years old, and fair play to the man.
This is what people watching this need to realise, isn't it? This is what we campaign about virtually every Saturday in Manchester.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and he has really put himself out there. I mean, I thought that he may well get put in prison again because he was like so determined to expose it, and I thought they just want to get rid of people like that, you know. They just want to get rid of people who won't shut up, and if they can have an excuse. Thing is, before, you see, he was on his own at age 75. Nobody really knew about him, so he disappeared. You know, they didn't know. So it's like, I think that we really have to get him free. I hope that he gets free today. I pray to the goddess.
I've been praying to everyone and anyone, God, Allah, the angels of white light, you name it, I've prayed to them.
Exactly.
Keith Juicenock, community reporter. I'm here live with Norman Scarth, who's been freed today on the 9th of September 2011.
From the hellhole known as Armley, which was known as Armley Jail. A better, more fitting name than Leeds Prison. A true hellhole, if ever there was one.
There's been I'm sure you're aware via Chris and other people, there's been a massive campaign to free you, sir.
I am extremely grateful. And it just shows that there are a few, not enough I'm afraid, of people who do have a conscience and courage and are prepared to give their all in the fight against the evil people, the Quislings, who now run Britain.
Indeed.
Who are worse than the Nazis. Who are worse than the Nazis, because the Nazis were at least fighting for their own country. The Quislings are traitors to their own country.
And how does it feel to be free, Mr. Scarth?
Good. An understatement, of course. An understatement. Good.
There's obviously going to be a lot of things as a consequence of this, legal proceedings and other whatnot.
Well,
I imagine. Let's not worry about that for now. That's for another day. You're free. We came here, we didn't honestly know if you were going to be free or not. We got the verdict that we wanted. Everyone here is overjoyed with the fact that you are now free. Justice has been done today.
Well, no, only to a certain degree. Only to a certain degree. No, they've showed, the judge it wasn't mercy. He let me free to save the skin to save the skin of the judiciary.
Either way, you're out.
And
you're
after
sat
the
here
future,
now talking to us.
one of two things. I may continue my mission to expose the judicial mafia, or I may give it all up and just relax and have an easy life. I don't know which to do yet. Would any of you like to suggest which one you would advise?
Carry on the fight.
Norman?
No, I think I'll give up.
I'm not sure about what we'd advise, Norman, but we'll wager that you'll carry on.
We know you will.
The fight will continue in your name, whether it's you or us.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. Your case has gone round the world,
I know
and it will be a catalyst for people all over the world demanding that their courts, magistrates, justice and police are just, you know. And that's the beginning of the battle. This is the beginning of the battle.
Michael Moore, the American, coined a phrase, take back our country or something like that. We must take back our country from the quislings who now control everything.
Absolutely. There's another saying.
And especially from, just move back up, especially from the so-called news media, which will, I repeat, have Joseph Goebbels smiling from his grave.
Well, there's a saying in our circles, don't hate the media, be the media, and that's exactly what we're doing here today. The granddad of the people.
Yeah, he is.
Thank you.
He's the father.
You have millions of grandchildren now.
No,
he's
I
the
am
father.
a little old man, that's all I am.
Say that.
And I have made millions of mistakes in my life, which I grieve over. But this last 16 years is what I was put on this earth for.
Yes. Well, I've been on a internet radio station called Free Think Radio, and they were very kind to let me go on and talk. It's all via Skype. I don't know if you're familiar with Skype.
I've got a Skype thing, but I don't understand it very well.
But if you would agree, they would love to hear you on there because they've been fully behind
I've got a Skype
the campaign.
Thing, but I'm not familiar with it.
We can do that on a laptop. It's as easy as that. It's just a phone call.
Well, I'll have to refresh my skills again because today I need to refresh myself a little on such skills that I have. But I'm
surprised
I'm proud. It is no disgrace to be in prison. I'm proud that my fate decided that my tiny feet should follow in the footsteps of Mahatma Gandhi, the suffragettes, Pastor Martin Niemöller, Dietrich Bonhoeffer, Alexander Solzhenitsyn, Sakharov, Vladimir Bukovsky, Nelson Mandela, Steve Biko, Ken Saro-Wiwa, Martin Luther King, Muhammad Ali, and so many more. Much greater people than me. I'm proud to have, they've all been in prison. They were all convicts. I'm proud to have followed in their footsteps.
Absolutely.
Or that fate has decided I should follow in their footsteps. And I said, all experience is good, provided you survive.
Indeed,
and I have survived. And they found me harder to destroy than they ever imagined I would. They would.
Pat your bum.
I repeat, I was proud to be British until the age of 70. I believed, as we were constantly told, that British judges were the finest in the world. It was a terrible shock when all my lifelong beliefs were shattered, and I realised just what sort of a nation Britain is today. I'm not proud to be British now.
And then there's a bit of these other bits and pieces of things. You could perhaps use this to get